Sean Smithson here with Smithson Creations. So this project is going to be another shop furniture build, and I'm going to be building a mobile clamp rack. Now, as you saw in previous videos, I built a sandpaper cabinet, and that went on the wall and took up the room where I had all the clamps hanging on the wall. So for me, it's a little bit more convenient having everything on wheels, especially with this clamp rack. Now I don't have to move stuff out of the way to grab clamps off the wall if I'm not using certain machinery. This one is going to be 6 feet tall, maybe a little bit more because of the base and the wheels that I'll be using. And these are all 4 will be locking wheels. And these are about 10 bucks a piece. I will be using probably 12 2x4s, and I got these at $2 a piece, so can't beat that. Normally they're $2.77, so that's $24 plus $10 per wheel, so 40, 50, 60. Let's say this whole project is going to cost about $80. And I did buy the new Kreg pocket hole jig, and this is just for the single pocket hole on it. It's not the K4 or K5. So I'm going to be using 2.5-inch pocket hole screws, the Kreg Screws. Obviously the wheels, and drill, impact wrench, tape measure, square, pencil, eraser, and these little squares to square everything off as I go. So I got 4 for the A-frame that I'm going to be doing, so it's going to butt up against each other. There's not going to be space on it. And it's going to be 30 inches wide, so 6 feet tall, a little bit more because of the base and the wheels. But it is going to be able to fit a 6-foot clamp or pipe clamp, because I do have some that are close to 6 feet. So stay tuned. Hope you guys like this. Probably going to be drawing up the plans, maybe sell them for pretty cheap with how I build it, with the angles and everything too. So stick around, and hope you guys enjoy.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Alright everyone, so I went ahead and with the A-frame, obviously clamped the top and the bottom to keep everything flat and at the angle that I wanted. And I did do 14-degree cuts on both of these boards. These are all 14-degree cuts as well. And then that'll go up in there. And now I'm going to do pocket holes and put those in, and then do the other A-frame, put that up, and then do the 5 different supports. And this one is going to leave the width of a 2x4 at the bottom so that I can build the base around the A-frames once everything's put together. And this one is quite large, yes, but as you get more clamps, you have more room to put them on. So, yeah, and then I'll probably put some shelves in it. And, yeah, so I'm going to get to work doing some pocket holes and show you guys the after of that. So, stay tuned. Okay, so now I'm doing the cross beams, and as you can see I use these squares to square everything up. And I used 2 clamps to keep it straight, and then one here to keep it from sliding back and forth on me. Now that is still loose, which is fine. It's not going to move enough that it's going to affect anything. Now, when you put the wood on the angled piece on the A-frame, you don't want to try and angle it like this or anything. Just keep it flush, the edges flush with the edge of this. Alright, so that's done. Now all I got to do is the base for the bottom, for the wheels. And so I'll just cut a piece of plywood and some supports across to stiffen that up in the middle. And then it'll pretty much be done. Okay, so I went ahead and just got some screws started, as you can see. Here, I'm using the GRK fastening screws. Here, you don't need to pre-drill with these screws, which is great. Those I'm just using into the 2x4, into the 3/4 inch plywood that I'm using for the base. And then I'm also using 4-inch GRKs, and I'm using 2 of those here, which are going through the 2x4 into the 3/4 inch and into the 2x4 supports. I went ahead and screwed in the bottom, tested that out first. What I did was put the 4-inch GRK screws in here into the supports, or the A-frame there. And that way, when I put the wheels on, I can cover those screws and still be able to get those on. And I am going to have to use some washers on these screws to get those in. Okay, so here you go. Here's all the clamps that I have. Got all my quick grips right here. My Bessie F clamps. There's 20 here, 10 here, 10 here. 4 of the parallel clamps, and I absolutely love these. I think these are the best. And obviously those types. And then I have the pipe clamps, some more clamps there. So as you can see, plenty of room for a lot more clamps. So gonna be very handy to move around in the shop as I'm working and have them close to me besides being on the wall. And also the shelf will have the glue on it that I need while I'm working, so I can just pull it off and clamp and glue and clamp. So that's gonna be nice. So I'm happy with it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and stay tuned for the next project.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.